Here's a make you think. So, this is one of my make you think statements. So, when it comes to running a business by yourself and the bathroom situation, there's all different types of policies out there. But one thing I find really messed up is we put a lot of blame on race or how poor somebody is when refusing a bathroom. When the management or owners are teaching you who to refuse a bathroom to and who not to. This would be like the big corporations, even small businesses, even grocery store chains, whatever. One thing that they tell you is if they look like they're homeless or they have many backpacks or something like that, then you refuse the bathroom because they could be doing drugs in there. Another thing is that they pick out people of race and color sometimes, not specifically, but they give you examples of people that they refuse the bathroom to. And these examples are usually everything from the poor to the racially different than white. So, who is really ruining these bathrooms all the time and causing so much work for the management and the employees and costing all the money? They're actually the disabled and the elderly, believe it or not, who you can't refuse a bathroom to. Almost every single big disaster or broken toilet I've ever seen has been caused by somebody with gray hair or a little old lady who decides to literally spread their feces all over the bathroom, or they decide to vomit all over the bathroom, or they even decide to break something in the bathroom, and then that's it. Then they don't check the cameras or the listing. See, one store did have the list on the wall, and whenever you check the list, it usually connected to an elderly person. And they refused the bathroom to nobody. You could be the most homely looking person in the world, and you were allowed to use it. I just had to make a mark on what time, so if it was messed up, we could check the cameras. And 99% of the time, it's an elderly or disabled person. So when you keep that in mind, then you should be really monitoring the elderly and the disabled people, seeing as they're the ones messing it up. Yes, the addicts mess it up too, but because it's usually drugs that you find in there, 90% of the time they clean it up. The ODs are what they're worried about there, and that's a big concern. But the other part of it, picking out the people that are poor, or the people that are homeless or have backpacks or live at the shelter or that are African American or Spanish or something of that nature, that's wrong. It should be track marks or they seem like they're intoxicated. If you're worried about drugs and ODs, then you look for intoxication. If they're drunk and they can't walk, if they're dizzy and they can't walk, no bathroom. But if they are all homeless looking and they come in looking for it, you shouldn't refuse a bathroom because there are many people who don't use drugs and are still homeless. Most of them are. It's on Social Security. At least 50% or more of a population of any given shelter are people who are sober. And most shelters out there have dry sides where everybody is sober. To get on a dry or in a dry shelter, that's the qualification. You have to be sober. And if you use drugs, you either have to sleep on the street in 0 degrees or you have to move to a different town that has a wet shelter. And that's just what your options are. So all these sober people getting their lives back together, they're not even allowed to use a bathroom. And then they go to pee someplace in public because they've now stopped at 6 different places. They've spent 2 hours looking for a bathroom on whatever they're doing, and they can't find one. So now they look for a place kind of where some trees are out of the way. And next thing they know, they're being arrested for indecent exposure, and they can't get their life back together, all because they were refused a bathroom. Meanwhile, you got this elderly, rich 80-year-old who feels entitled because maybe we didn't keep the cleanest bathroom, or maybe somebody messed it up before, or maybe we refused it to them a prior time, and now they feel some type of way. And then they destroy our bathroom, and then the people who need it most can't use it. And the people who are elderly or disabled are usually not refused, so they don't mind destroying one bathroom. They don't mind giving that crap to another person. And that really should make you think about what you're doing in society, because what you say and what you do has consequences for other people. You might not think that, but it does. Every action you make today has an equal and opposite reaction. Sometimes today, sometimes tomorrow, sometimes a year, sometimes 10 years. But there will be an opposite and equal or greater reaction. There even could be a lesser reaction. I've kind of said that in a weird way, but there will be a reaction to every action you make. And speaking is an action, even waking up and moving is an action.